Hi guys, I'm just making this video just to show you a garden technique that's really changed the way I garden. I love my veggie gardens, and this way of gardening has really changed the way I do things. It's wicking beds. I've always had raised beds, but this wicking beds, and over the years I've done a few, but it's really changed the way I garden, and I'm going to give you a guide on my ultimate wicking bed. So stay tuned, and I'll go through the steps of doing that. We've had great success this year with produce out of this particular garden bed, as you can see. Some great tomato crop. This bed here is in a bit of a transition period at the moment, and I've got another one over here which is basically my herb bed. There's a lot of perennial herbs and various stuff. Anyway, this is the one I did first, and the herb bed second, and that one last. And along the way I've learned a few bit of different things to make them better. So this one, I've got one left down the bottom here that I want to make into the ultimate wicking bed. So I'm just going to clean out the soil out of this, and I'll make another video once I've done that. Once I'm here, I just want to show you the difference in soil types here. This is basically the same soil, but you can see this one here is very crumbly, but if you have a look at the wicking bed soil here, it's got a great structure to it, and it's even got a sort of like a bit of a slime, as if it's got a lot of biological action in there. But anyway, I'll clean this one out, and I'll wait till the next part of it. Okay, thanks. Okay guys, I've emptied out this raised bed to change into the wicking bed. In the previous clip, I don't think it came out to what the soil's like in there. So as you can see, it's just a dry, crumbly soil made up shaly, just like it. You wouldn't think anything would grow in that soil. But compare that same soil to the crop I'm getting here of the tomatoes and cucumbers that I'm picking 2 or 3 every day. And it's basically the same soil, but that's in a wicking bed with good biology and everything you can use. So I'm going to just level out these sleepers now and put another row of sleepers. And there's no problem with using treated pine because it's all going to be lined with plastic. And I'll check back with you once I've done that. Hi guys, as you can see, I've just put another level of sleepers on top of this wall. I've lined the whole lot with the liner. Now you can use just black plastic, but I suggest that you use high density polyethylene, because you're going to be eating the produce out of this, and you don't want crappy vinyl gives off chemicals, and that's what you're going to be eating in the water that's coming out of here. Plus it's also more durable and lasts a long time. You want this to last a long time. While I'm here, just have a look at the situation we're here in dry open woodland, so you've got a lot of root competition in sucking all the life out of this soil here. Okay, so I've lined it all with plastic, and I've just put a little feed pipe into the bottom here with a bit of drainage tube so it doesn't lock in, and I'm going to fill the bottom probably 300 ml full of scoria. The scoria is a basalt based rock, so that's also a good source of minerals for nutrients. Okay, so I'll line the scoria in, and then I'll go to the next step. Got all the rock in, and now what I've done is I've covered the rock with a geofabric, landscape fabric, to stop the soil going into what we've created here is like an artificial aquifer. So the bottom rock area fills up with water, and then the soil sits on top of that, and the soil then draws that water from that bottom aquifer. I've got our fill pipe here. I've just put a bit of soil there just to hold that geofab down, and now we're ready to put the soil back in. Okay, so I've got before we get to that, I'll just get on the other side here. If we come around and have a look at the what we don't want is the soil to be waterlogged. So I've got an overflow pipe here. Alright, I've got the overflow pipe at the same level as the top of the rock, which will be the same level as the bottom of the soil. And I've just put a little bit of pipe in there that so it drains out into there. Now we're ready to put the soil back in. I'm putting adding a few extra things into the soil. I've got my own compost, which has got a bag of charcoal mixed through with it. Charcoal is a fantastic home for biology, and it also holds on to nutrient. I think there's a fact like charcoal, 1 gram of charcoal has about 1,000 metres of surface area, so it's a fantastic soil additive to add capacity to hold nutrients and hold biology. I've got a bit of crushed basalt. I've just got some pelletised poultry manure just to give the soil a bit of a kick, because as you can see it's not the best soil and it just needs a bit of a lift. So I'll mix that all in and fill up the soil, and I'll come back to you when I've done the next. Here is from a secondary sedimentary rock, and basically it's leached out from a lot of its core minerals. So that's why I add this crushed dust. It's a very, very slow release form of adding minerals into your soil. It's basalt, which is a primary rock, and it's packed full of minerals, and that'll provide minerals for the next 20, 50, 100 years. Okay, thanks. Okay, so I've put in all the soil back. We've put in our rock dust for remineralising the soil. We've put in some compost. We've put in some poultry manure for a bit of nitrogen NPK. We've got I've filled up the water, so it's overflowing over the back here, and the aquifer's full. Okay, giving everything a good water. And because this is the ultimate working bed, we're going to go one step further, and we're going to add something that's probably some people say is the most important thing, is add some soil biology. So I've made up a brew here of, this is following the Korean natural farming techniques of IMO. I've liquefied that, and I'm going to give that a dousing of that. I've also put in a compost bin directly into the soil here, so we can put our food scraps. This will be a bit of a convenience store for our soil biology. And after I've soil drenched it with this IMO, I'll also put in a anaerobic brew that I've made up from fermented plant juice and a lactic acid bacterium. So that'll help, because we've got stagnant water on the bottom here, that'll help eliminate any pathogens or things that we might have in that stagnant water. Okay, so they're pretty much done. Once we've got this the biological system set up, I'll put a mulch of straw over the top, and we'll let it sit for a couple of weeks, and we're good to go. Alright guys, we've finished with that garden bed. Hopefully that'll provide a great produce for us. The Wicking Bed systems provides constant moisture in the soil, which is great for the plants and also great for soil biology, and the whole system works fantastic. If you're interested in the Korean natural farming techniques and inputs, Chris Trump's got some great videos on that, so check those out. I covered a lot of subjects, a lot of different subjects, just very briefly in this video. I'll provide some links, and if you like the video, if you got something out of it, please like and tell your friends. Press subscribe. Hopefully I'll send up a video on how it's all going and an update once the produce starts coming out of this video. Okay, thanks very much for watching.